Hi, everyone. Well, one more twist on a higher proof old fashioned, but this one's going to be an original recipe and one that you definitely will not see in a restaurant or bar, at least none that I've seen. So, my last video, we did a higher proof old fashioned using Maker's Mark cask strength. Maker's Mark being a very common brand you will see in restaurants and bars for an old fashioned, but generally the flagship 90 proof and occasionally the Maker's Mark 94 proof. Not that often the 110 proof Maker's Mark cask strength. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to make a different type of a higher proof old fashioned. Same 110 proof, but using Russell's Reserve single barrel. And I'm going to make a Russell's Reserve single barrel cherry old fashioned. And the cherry is going to be from using spiced cherry bitters. These are the Woodford Reserve spiced cherry bitters. And why I would choose to use cherry bitters instead of the traditional aromatic bitters is the following. When I've tasted this before, when I taste the Wild Turkey 101, which is the flagship, but definitely when I taste the Russell Reserve single barrel, I do pick up notes of cherry taste in addition to other notes, and I feel that a cherry bitters will enhance that flavor, bring it out. Just my theory, I've not tried it, but this is just something I want to try to see how that brings it out. Similar high proof, and want to kind of compare it in my head with the way the Maker's Mark cask strength old fashioned tastes. This one's a little bit more of an original recipe twist on that. Let's make one. Okay, so 2 ounces Russell's Reserve single barrel, a couple of dashes of Woodford Reserve spiced cherry bitters, half an ounce of simple syrup. Stir this all up. And there you have the Russell's Reserve single barrel cherry old fashioned original recipe. And the other twist I do want to mention is that Russell's Reserve, which is a Wild Turkey product, is a rye bourbon, and whereas the Maker's Mark cask strength is a wheated bourbon. So this should also add a little element of, beyond the proof, putting a little punch of rye in it, especially this brand. Let's give this a taste. Cheers. Oh, definitely. Whereas the Maker's Mark cask strength, I did say with the 110 proof, that old fashioned, using that spirit again, an old fashioned being a spirit forward drink. The bourbon, I always say in the old fashioned matters, that definitely jumped out. This is jumping out as well, but you got a little rice spice, and there's a cherry twist. Let's give us another taste. Okay, so my thought to use the spiced cherry bitters from Woodford Reserve was perfect. I always do detect notes of cherry on the palate from the Woodford Reserve. The Russell's Reserve single barrel on its own, I do detect that more so than in the Wild Turkey 101. There are other tastes as well, but there's definitely a cherry note in there. Using the cherry bitters enhances that, brings that out with the 110 proof, and being a rye bourbon with Wild Turkey and Russell's Reserve having that extra punch. This is a very good old-fashioned. I'll give this one more taste. I think this is a really good old-fashioned. Just something to suggest you can use. If you can get a set like that or any kind of cherry bitters, this would make it an excellent old-fashioned. Something great for Thanksgiving. I also do like to use, I did last year, use a Wild Turkey 101 at Thanksgiving. Russell's Reserve, any of the Wild Turkey products would be great, aside from just having the, the turkey from Wild Turkey. But I think that this would be an excellent cocktail at Thanksgiving, holidays, or any time. So thanks for watching. Cheers. Take care.